Professor Palace here. In this short video, I will review the Popular Diets assignment for NTD 420. You will need two different items to complete this assignment. First of all, you will need an ad, an article, or some sort of a promotion of a dietary program that is targeting people who desire to lose weight. This can be anything sane, bizarre, laughable, sound, quasi-scientific, or anecdotal, anything that you find that is being passed off as dietary advice to promote weight loss, you could use for the first part of this program. The second thing that you will need to find is a recent article or publication that relates to that ad, article, or promotion and either supports it or refutes it. In the Microsoft Word file that defines this assignment, you will find all of this information typed out for you in a numbered list. The first thing that you will do is you will scientifically dismantle the diet program. You will write what is the aim or the purpose of that diet. Is it informative or is it hype? You will clarify if this diet program is targeting a specific group of people, and if so, who they are. You will then go in and explain what exactly are the elements of this diet program. What is the reader being asked to do? You will calculate how many calories per day a person, male or female, you decide should intake using Mifflin-St. Jeor if they were age 28, 5 feet 6 inches tall, and weighed 198 pounds. You will then compare the Mifflin-St. Jeor recommended calorie intake for that person against what your diet program is recommending for that same exact person. As far as an activity level, I'm going to leave that open. You can choose the activity level that you would like. You will then explain how the diet program you found compares to feasting and fasting states. If the diet program is placing the person in what you would define as a fasting state, what would be potential negative consequences of this? How might this affect a person's BMR? You will then explain how much protein, carbohydrates, and fat the recommended diet is recommending per day. And you will compare this against what you have learned to be the appropriate intake ranges for these macronutrients. You will then explain how nutrient oxidation and metabolism might be either promoted or adversely affected by the combination of macronutrients recommended in that diet. And if certain macronutrient groups are promoted or restricted, explain how that could affect nutrient oxidation. If physical activity is included in the diet, you will explain whether realistic goals for physical activity are included and how the incorporation of such activity might promote or adversely affect BMR and overall well-being of a person. That is the dismantling of a diet. It's a great exercise to learn how to look at a diet and answer those questions. That will help you throughout the rest of your life when you, like everyone else on the planet, is being bombarded with what is promoted as a new healthy way to lose weight. After you answer those questions, believe it or not, you're only on number 4. You will then state whether there is any science or credible research behind this diet. If there is, indicate where the data is from and whether it was a large study, a small study, and what type of a study, such as a random controlled trial. Number 5, you will identify any promises or expected outcomes that are made for the person and whether or not these are too good to be true. The last thing you'll do is you'll include anything else that's worth mentioning that would provide some more perspective into the program. If the diet is recommending intake of some magic food or special supplement, you could talk about there. Or if it's recommending food preparation be a certain way, such as only eat things raw or only eat things cooked, you could talk about that. Peel the skin off of all your vegetables, things like that you would talk about. For the second article, this is an article or publication that either supports or refutes this diet. You're going to explain why this article supports or does not support the dietary program. It would be a great idea to include who wrote and published that article and whether or not the author or publisher have an agenda that they're pushing, such as their own dietary program or line of supplements. Being able to systematically and scientifically dismantle a popular diet will help you tremendously if you choose to counsel clients for weight stability or weight loss. It's always important to fall back to the science. When you're writing this paper, please draw from all of the information that we have covered so far in this class, because all of it applies. Is this diet promoting normal eating, a disordered eating pattern? Could it possibly lead someone to an eating disorder if they were to follow it long term? Remember the guidelines for healthy eating. Remember the role of neurotransmitters and hormones, and consider how these might be affected based on the intakes that this person may have if they're following the diet. Remember how nutrient oxidation and metabolism work. Oxidation of carbohydrates is very strictly regulated. Oxidation of fats is not. And we like to say, fats burn in a fire fueled by carbohydrates. Consider the role of physical activity and consider the plasticity of the BMR. What might increase a person's BMR and what might decrease a person's BMR? We always want to protect that BMR. We know that yo-yo dieting is not good for a person long term. And lastly, have some fun writing this paper. There are so many interesting and unique diets that are out there being promoted for people, and some of them work and some of them are good, but many of them don't. So have some fun with this and realize as you're writing this that dismantling a diet is something that you will probably do many times in your life for yourself, for your friends, for your family, just to help people understand so that they don't invest their time, their money, and their health into a program that's not going to benefit them immediately or long term. And always, if nothing else, remember the science. When you want to dismantle a diet, you want to go to the science, go to the macronutrients, go to the calorie intake, go to the timing of the meals, and remember what a healthy eating pattern looks like. Remember what might decrease the BMR long term. That's a negative consequence of yo-yo dieting. Dismantling diets can help your clients better understand what a healthy eating pattern looks like and why a healthy eating pattern can contribute to weight stability. And when it comes to weight loss, one of the things we focus on first is weight stability. For many people, if they've been gaining weight consistently over a period of time, the first goal isn't weight loss, it's weight stability. So keep that in mind. Thank you so much for your time and have a lot of fun writing this paper. I look forward to reading them.